Hey guys, HDV here and welcome to a brand new video. Major news has dropped today. The Pokemon Legends Z8 release date has finally been revealed, but not only that, a Pokemon Presents has also been confirmed as well. We also have some Nintendo Switch 2 updates to go over. There's so much stuff to break down today. If you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, the Pokemon Legends Z8 release date has finally been confirmed. We've got Cerebi here tweeting out saying, Cerebi update, Pokemon Legends Z8 will launch on the 16th of October 2025. That's quite a special day for me because it's also my birthday. So out of all the days my mate Masuda could have picked, he's given me a fantastical birthday present there. But it is a Thursday this year as well. We weren't sure if it was going to be a Thursday or a Friday. Nintendo games are sort of going towards Thursday release dates now. I remember it is a worldwide release day though, so I don't know if it's going to be like 2 in the morning on the 16th of October or what. But as of right now, it is the 16th of October. Again, that could be a different date depending on time zones. Could be the 15th or the 17th. We're unsure right now. But all we know is that around the 16th of October is when Pokemon Legends Z8 is going to drop. It also dropped with this artwork as well. This is the cover art for the game case, so this is also pretty important. There's nothing really crazy on it. We have a few Mega Evolutions, Mega Absol, Mega Lucario, Mega Gardevoir, Mega Scizor. We have some other Generation 6 Pokemon as well, like Noivern here in the top. We have the protagonist fighting somebody over here in the bottom left. I assume this is one of, I guess, the main sort of characters in the game, as like obviously not talking about the protagonists and stuff like that. They also have a Pikachu as well. We have other Generation 6 Pokemon in the background. We have the starters here as well, Tepig, Chikorita, Totodile. We also have the rival here. I believe this is Tawny maybe. And we also have a Zygarde Cell as well. So yeah, this cover art pretty important because, like I say, it's the game case art. There are also some other pretty big dates to put into your diary though. We have the official Pokemon account here tweeting out saying the release date for Pokemon Legends Z8 has been set for Thursday, October the 16th. Pre-orders will begin on Thursday, June the 5th for the download version, and on Wednesday, July the 23rd for the packaged version. Be sure to check it out. So next Thursday, the release date of the Nintendo Switch 2, you also can pre-order Pokemon Legends Z8 as well, the downloadable version. And on the 23rd of July, you can then pre-order the packaged version. There are rumors that we are going to be getting a Nintendo Direct either this week or next week. It's more likely to be next week now. And of course, that is around the Nintendo Switch 2 release date, so maybe they give us a little bit more Legends ZA stuff in that, who knows. But those are there are also some pretty big dates to obviously put into your diary. So if you want to get the downloadable version, June the 5th, next Thursday. If you want to get the packaged version, it's the July the 23rd, which is a Wednesday. So pretty big information coming out for Pokemon Legends ZA. We also have the actual Pokemon account kind of like talking about this as well, saying in addition to the Nintendo Switch title, a Nintendo Switch 2 edition will offer improved graphics and frame rates. The digital and physical versions of Pokemon Legends ZA can be upgraded to the Nintendo Switch 2 edition via the upgrade pack. So whether you get the digital or the physical version, you can upgrade both of them to the Nintendo Switch 2 version. But the Switch 2 version is going to be out after the Nintendo Switch 2 anyway, so you'll just buy that one instead of buying the Nintendo Switch version, because if you've got the Switch 2, why would you buy the Switch 1 version when you can just play the game in a much better way? So that's all the Pokemon Legends ZA stuff. But they dropped another bombshell as well. July the 22nd, 2025, we are getting a Pokemon Presents. We never really get Presents in July, they're usually August. But of course, because the release date is earlier than November, which I've been saying all the time, loads of people were like, nah, it's gonna be November, yada yada yada. And we was like, it can't be November because the Japanese version of all the promotional material are using a different kind of wording this time, meaning that it was going to be coming out before November, and lo and behold, it is coming out in October now. But because we usually get a trailer, Presents, I guess, in August, that's been pushed, I guess, forward to July, just because the game has been pushed from November to October. But August, we're still going to get news anyway, because it's Pokemon Worlds. So we're getting news basically every month now. Like June the 5th, you know, maybe we get some Legends EA news alongside the pre-order. July, guaranteed news. August, pretty much guaranteed news because of the Worlds. And then obviously September is a month away, so we'll probably get another trailer then. And then October is when the game's coming out. Something that obviously a lot of people have been talking about is the fact that because this presents is until July, does that mean we're not going to get any news until then? I don't think that's the case. I can't see us getting our first Mega Evolution revealed at the end of July when the game comes out a couple of months after that. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think we're going to get a trailer, hopefully relatively soon. We were talking about potential news in May. Again, we thought we was going to get a trailer. That didn't happen, but we got some big news anyway. We got the release date, the graphics, and also the July Pokemon Presents. But I still think that we should be getting something before July. Again, if we are going to get a Nintendo Direct anytime soon, then it's likely it's going to contain Pokemon Legends EA stuff in that as well. But don't fret that this isn't until July. I'd still expect some sort of news before then. But yeah, dude, so much crazy stuff. I cannot believe they gave us all of this today. Like, I was hoping we'd get something in May, but like I say, a bombshell of news, because the Presents news was dropped like a couple of, like 3 or 4 minutes after the Legends EA release date. So obviously we got the Legends EA release date. We were like, oh dang, that's so cool. And then out of nowhere, they dropped this. So yeah, very, very exciting times. I'm just over the moon that it's on my birthday. I can't believe it. It's never happened before, because obviously the games always come out in November. So yeah, obviously when Legends EA comes out, we'll be streaming it all day. My birthday is basically just gonna be streaming Pokemon, which, you know, that's a pretty good birthday anyway. But anyway, that is the Pokemon Presents news and the Pokemon Legends EA news. As well as that, we have some new Nintendo Switch 2 updates to go over as well. We've got some more images and videos kind of circulating online of the Nintendo Switch 2 being in stores now, being on store shelves. We've obviously got the stock account here tweeting out saying Switch 2 consoles are starting to hit retail store shelves. Switch 2 retail box videos from a store in Netherlands. Second pick is from a Smith's Toys Superstore. Third pick is from EB Games Australia. So they're popping up everywhere now. If you go into a store, you might be able to see one. Again, there is a day one patch needed for this console, which has just been confirmed. We'll cover that in tomorrow's video. I've already recorded it, but I wasn't expecting all this Pokemon news today. So yeah, we'll obviously go over that tomorrow. But in regards to everything for the Nintendo Switch 2, popping up everywhere in stores now. There is also a new helpful feature that's also been confirmed by Nintendo Soup posting, saying Nintendo Switch 2 includes a helpful new feature for diagnosing errors. So we have the article here saying, so I'm a little bit flustered because obviously of all the Pokemon news, but anyway, it says it seems that Nintendo Switch 2 will include a helpful new feature to help users diagnose errors. So according to a Nintendo Switch 2 experience event participant, error messages are now accompanied by a QR code. When scanned, takes the user to a support page tied to the error number. While the user was unable to take a photo of the error screen, they have prepped a mock-up that looks close to it, which you can see below. So this is very useful. So obviously, whenever you get an error code on any kind of like Nintendo situation, it will be like error code yada yada yada. Try, go to whatever website link to find out information. But now with that error code, it will come up with a sort of QR code. You scan that and it takes you straight to that issue, so you don't have to worry about being in the right place or whatever to try and diagnose this issue. It'll take you straight there with the QR scanner, which is useful because pretty much every phone nowadays has a QR scanner built in. So really, really nice update there from Nintendo. It's just going to be easier to sort of fix issues that your Nintendo Switch 2 potentially might have when you're playing it. Coming up next, more Nintendo Switch 2 updates, because images of Mario Kart World, Zelda Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, the Nintendo Switch 2 versions anyway, have started popping up in stores as well. This was posted on Nintendo Soup, saying physical copies of Mario Kart World and other Switch 2 games have reached US retailers. So store employees working at various retailers across the United States have reported receiving shipments of Nintendo Switch 2 software. These include, for the very first time, physical copies of Mario Kart World and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Nintendo Switch 2 edition. It is probably a matter of time before the game leaks ahead of launch. Again, we're unsure what this situation is kind of going to be, because there is a day one patch. So we don't know if you're going to be able to use these games or not with the physical version. We'll have to wait and see. But because the games are kind of out there as well, and the consoles, it won't be long until people have... In fact, I think people already have their hands on the consoles now. So whether this day one patch allows them to play physical games or not, we're unsure. If it does let them play it, then obviously everything's going to leak about these games. So yeah, I mean, the game's obviously coming out next Thursday anyway with the Nintendo Switch 2, but just bear in mind that potentially it could all get leaked. But, you know, we're kind of used to this thing anyway. Finishing things off for today's video, though, we are going to be talking about this day one patch. This was Game Rant tweeting out saying, one Switch 2 feature promising a big improvement over the previous Nintendo console requires a day one update patch in order to work. Again, most things need this day one update patch, so take that in mind. But the Nintendo Switch 2 will require a day one update to use micro SD express cards. Its retail packaging confirms at least one other Switch 2 feature will also require a post-launch update instead of working straight out of the box. The Nintendo Switch 2's micro SD express card support was leaked even before the console itself was officially announced in mid-January 2025. Compared to the older UHS-1 specification used by the original Switch, the micro SD Express standard supports theoretical transfer speeds of up to approximately 985 megabytes, a tenfold improvement. It also offers a significantly higher theoretical storage capacity, supporting up to 128 terabytes compared to the 2 terabyte limit of the UHS-I micro SD card. So, obviously, massive improvement there. The only issue is you need this day one patch to be able to use it, which is weird, but I don't know. This day one patch is like make or break for this console. You basically just can't do anything on it without this day one patch. While the original Switch supported micro SD cards straight out of the box, its success will require a software update to enable expandable storage. Nintendo confirmed this in early 2025, but did not provide further details at the time. More recently, Famiboard's user Pelusilla6 shared a real-life photo of the Switch 2 Mario Kart World Bundle, whose box confirms that the necessary update will be available at launch. So maybe that means that even though they are out in the wild, this update patch may actually just not allow you to play it. Maybe it just won't play the game until it has this update patch. It says, Nintendo previously revealed that full 3D audio support on the Nintendo Switch 2 will require a software update as well. While the console will technically support the feature out of the box, this only applies to external output devices, such as headphones or a TV in docked mode. This post-launch update is intended to enable 3D audio through the console's built-in speakers. The console's official packaging does not indicate whether this patch will also be available at launch. However, Nintendo's prior statement suggested that the 3D audio and micro SD Express update are one and the same. The Switch 2's micro SD Express support won't be an optional upgrade. While the new cards share the same physical dimensions as their UHS-1 predecessors or I predecessors, they will not function if inserted into the new console. The silver lining is that the Nintendo Switch 2 will be less reliant on expandable storage than its predecessor. With 256 gigabytes of flash memory, the device offers 8 times the storage capacity of the original Nintendo Switch. Although game install sizes tend to increase with each hardware generation, the console should still provide enough space to accommodate at least a handful of day one titles without requiring a micro SD Express card. The Switch 2 is scheduled to release on 5th of June, retail price, yada yada yada, next Thursday. We all know about that. So, yeah, if you are getting a micro SD card, you will have to have this day one patch. So, like, it's not really anything crazy because as soon as you get your console, the patch will be online anyway. It's just the fact that if you get it early for whatever reason, you won't be able to do anything on the console because it needs this day one patch, which is fair enough. I mean, it's to stop leakers and stuff like that, so you can kind of get why they're doing it. But anyway, that's going to be everything for today's video. Let me know your thoughts on everything that we covered, all the Nintendo Switch 2 updates. Again, some pretty good updates, but I know people are a little bit more bothered about the big Pokemon news today. For the presents, I think we're going to see a new Mega Evolution, maybe one or two. But the thing is with the presents as well, there'll be other information. So, you know, we'll get like Pocket in that, Pokemon Unite, Pokemon Go, Pokemon Masters, stuff like that. It's not just a specific Legends EA trailer. We'll get Legends EA in it, but it won't just all be about Legends EA. But I'm still expecting like a new Mega Evolution here, and I'm expecting a new Mega Evolution at Worlds as well. We got Mega Kangaskhan revealed at Worlds, I believe, years ago, so I feel like they'll probably follow the same sort of footsteps as that. But what do you think we're going to see in this Pokemon Presents in July? And then what are your thoughts on the release date for Pokemon Legends EA and the game case as well? Are you happy with the artwork? Are you happy with the release date? Let me know. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like down below. It's trying at 500 likes. It does really really help out. As I say, leave a comment on anything we covered. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell for daily Pokemon content. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.